Hello everyone, welcome back to JN Unique Designs. Uh, welcome back to JN Unique Designs. I was just making sure my microphone was working and it was working the entire time. So thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my video, and all your comments with the last video for vintage really makes a difference. So I really appreciate you for doing that. Today I am just playing with a couple of items. I am going to be playing with Elizabeth Craft Design Florals again, and I was cleaning. Yes, ironic, isn't it? I was cleaning, and I stumbled upon so many different things. And today in particular, I know that a lot of people, a lot of you followers, a lot of people that are on Facebook, we all have colorful papers left and right all over the place, and we don't know what to do with them half the time. Half the time you can use them for journaling, you can use them for planning, you can use them for cards, you can use them for everything. I'm going to give you one more idea, just because I can. And today I'm going to be creating a new type of card and a new floral that I haven't done before. And I just want to bring you along with the journey. I will be playing with it, and we'll see how this goes. This is all going to be new to me, as it will be for you, because I've never done this before. I mean, I've done things like this before with other projects, similar, but not to this extent, because I stumbled upon all of these leftovers. And so let's turn the camera around and let's see what's going on here. Alrighty, so you should be able to see my desk now, and I'm going to place my mouse pad off to the side here. How many of you, now that Christmas is over, have stumbled upon nothing more than wrapping paper? Tons and tons of wrapping paper, leftovers everywhere. You can put them, what do you do with the wrapping paper left over? All these small bits and pieces, I don't want to throw them away. I kind of like them. I like them a lot. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and used Elizabeth Craft Designs soft finish cardstock, and I put double-sided adhesive on it. What I did was, once I put the double-sided adhesive on it, I put the wrapping paper onto cardstock, onto the paper, and then I die cut through it. So what I've done is I've already pre-die cut some flowers here. This is Florals number 2 that you're seeing here. Look at that. That doesn't look like Christmas to me. I don't know about you, but that really does not look like Christmas to me. It looks like something that is colorful paper. I went ahead and I already cut this floral, and I've already started putting it together. And this, look how cool that flower looks. Let me see if I can bring it closer. Look how cool that is. Let me put on a card, and then you can see it better than my hands. Look at that. Isn't that a unique looking floral? And that's made out of wrapping paper and the soft finish cardstock. The cardstock itself, if you shape it in a certain way, it kind of looks like a spider mom in some sense. If you add a few of those onto a card, look how cool that is. So, if you remember the technique that I showed you with ribbon and making characters out of ribbon, these are the two that I always use as my samples, using different types of ribbon, and I made Mrs. Claus out of the new set here. You can have some fun with the projects, and you can see the back doesn't look like anything because it just matters in the front. You can make some really neat projects with that. So let's go ahead and get started. And just a reminder, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do this. So what I do is I peel a piece of the release sheet out, and I place my piece of paper right on top. And what I'll do is I'll cut it with a knife, just because I like the straight lines and the straight cuts, and this glass mat is just perfect for that. Set that off to the side. I'll take my pair of scissors to cut this spare sheet off, just because I don't want that spare sheet there. And then what I'm going to do is I will take a piece of the, peel the release sheet off of the paper, like that. And I'm going to set my release sheet off to the side here, just because I save my release sheets for all projects. And then I'll take a piece of that, this is a snowman paper. This is a snowman paper, wrapping paper. And I'm just going to take my, my taped cardstock here, and I'm going to place a piece of this right on top of it, just like that. And then I'll peel it off. I'm going to take my razor blade back out, and I'm just going to cut around it. like that. See, this is a good way to get rid of your papers. I know that, I don't know about you, but for me, after Christmas comes around, I have tons of paper just floating around. It's sitting everywhere, on my desk, on my floors, and I just get busy with life and forget that I need to clean it up eventually. So, I've got to move my mouse. I could put my mouse somewhere. So, there, I'll put my mouse there. I have a mouse trackpad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my die cutting board. Here, my die cutting platform. I don't even know if I need this piece or not. I haven't tried that yet. I'll take that off. And I got a brand new plate here, so I'm excited to break it in with this project with you. And I'm going to take, this is Florals number 1845. I don't know what floral number it is. I accidentally cut off the edge. So I will have all that description linked below for you. I'm going to take the first 3 largest sizes. So I'll place this paper here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try to cut as many as I can into the sheet of paper to maximize my usage today. So 1, 2, and 3, like that. I guess I'm not going to be able to get that last piece in there. It's not going to fit. Alright, no worries. I can always use it for a different project, a different time. So, I'm going to go ahead and place my mat on my cutting board on top. And I'm using a Sizzix switch today. So, you may or may not cut through. Just because I don't have that shim underneath there. I think I do need that shim. Sorry. Yeah, I need that shim. There's not enough pressure, granted, through the machine here. So, let me grab that shim, place that shim underneath here, and then I'll die cut it again. So, let me see, make sure all the pieces are in line on the paper and not off the paper. That looks good. Run it through my die cut machine. So, like I said, I'm using the Sizzix switch today. If you have a manual hand cut, look at your platform, look at what comes out, what's required of it before you start doing this, because every platform is different. So I want to make sure that you understand that every platform is different. I'm going to set that as aside. I'm going to go ahead and peel my dies off here. And it is a new year. It is a new, I have new exciting things, as I promised you, coming out, and I look forward to being here with you at least once a week, if not more, just to have some fun. And I'm just going to punch out these flowers, as you can see. Now, I created my own cardstock, literally, but sometimes wrapping paper makes it all the better. And look at that. It's all set, all ready to go. Looks cool. I'm going to show you how I shape them. I'm going to take my Tim Holtz shaping pad here. And sometimes some artists use water on the back of these. I'm not going to use any water today. And I'm just going to use Tim Holtz ball stylus here. And how I made this flower, this particular flower, is I went every other one opposite direction. So on this top layer, I went ahead and did every other one, as you can see. See, every other one. Like that. Just like that. And then I'll make sure it's all distinct. And then I flip it over, upside down, and I'll press down the center, and I'll go on the opposite ones with the same ball stylus. By doing it this way, it gives it a very unique look. And I'll press down right in the center. Get a center down right here. See? And there you go. Look at that flower. Look at that design. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that with the medium. So, do that. Every other one. Sorry, this pesky cough, I tell you. It's still lingering with me. And I can't get rid of it. I don't know what. I know that Marha is live right now as this video is being recorded on Elizabeth Craft Design's page. So join in there for a new release. as this video is being recorded right now, there's a new release coming out on Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it's exciting. It's exciting to see. So, and if you haven't followed me on there, I am a floral designer for Elizabeth Craft Designs, and this is what I enjoy doing. So I'm very grateful that you're spending your time with me today. You can do this with any florals, but particularly Elizabeth Craft Designs florals, because they have a very unique, see how I did that? I roll it around and I make it stand up a little bit more. Elizabeth Craft Designs has a very unique design to it, and I love the way they are, because they can either be made realistic or they can be made kind of like a fantasy flower. That's up to you, up to the artist. You know, it's not required that you have to do. It's your project. It's your items. It doesn't have to be a certain type of you know, somebody dictating how things are supposed to look. There's a few other people that I know that are very picky about that, and I tend to disagree. I don't like that. I don't like the way that people force you to do projects a certain way. So let me do this. And remember, when you're creating florals, being the fact that they are fantasy, you can create them however you want. You don't need to, you really don't need to do it your way. You can do it however you like. You can add as much glitter, as much bling as you want, and nobody can say anything because it is your creation. That's the nice thing about these florals. There we go. I made 3 of them. I'll set these 3 aside for a future use. And I think that will do it, right? Do I need to have enough here? Oh, I need a small one. I didn't do a small one yet. I'm missing a small one. When you're doing florals, I like to do odd numbers. I don't like to do even numbers. Odd numbers just makes the card or the craft or the item that you're doing stand out a little bit more. So, this is what I'm doing. And then I will press and roll, press and roll. There we go. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and pull a piece of, I think this is it. No. I made a mistake already, see? I'm thinking I'm going to pull another sheet of soft finish cardstock that I have here in my stash. Nothing fancy with that one. I gotta set my florals aside here. And recently, I have been loving these 3D embossing folders. I don't even know who this is made by, except for I know it's made by Spellbinders. I like to use these a lot. I place this in here. And for me, I like to spray it down with water. Just a tad, just a couple sprays of water, spritz of water. Because what happens is it makes the crease a little bit more in deep when you do it that way. And Spellbinders created this lace kind of piece, and I'm just gonna look at your machine next time you are crafting. And every machine is different when it comes to embossing folders and stuff, and you kind of can hear my machine just creaking the paper there a little bit. So I'm just waiting for it to go through. There it goes. Perfect. And that's what I wanted. And there you go. Look at those lace. Look at those bamboo shoots. And then I'm only going to use a piece of this. So I like to take a pair of scissors, and I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim off the piece I need. I'm going to use just one of these. So let's see. Let me pull my cutter because I want it straight. So I'm going to take half of that piece off, that 3.5 there. Take that off. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the top off here. And then I'll take, I just want that facet there. So that's going to be at 2 inches exact. Just like that. That's all I want. I'll save this piece for later. for another project. I'm going to take my, I'm going to try something different today too. I recently received these Altenew brushes, and I don't know how they work very well, so I'm going to try that with the ink. And as I mentioned to you, I am in love with this VersaFine Clear. I'm going to do a green. I like bamboo. What kind of green do I want though? I think I'm going to try this one. I'm going to do the rainforest green with this brush. So, let's see how this works. Altenew brushes with VersaFine Clear. They look like it brushes fine. And I'm just going to go over the top of these, just like that, and color it in. And every so often, go back and get a little bit more ink. And I'm just very light-handed because I don't want too much on the bottom. I just want it more on the emboss areas. But you do see that as you do this, there is parts that you will get that bottom emboss there. And like I said, all I am getting is I just want a light hand right across, like that, just as such, you know, just like that. And do this, a couple more here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I kind of like that. That looks nice. What I need to do is I need to label these. This is going to be rainforest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of tape here. I'm going to create my own labels here in a little while, and I'll make sure to take care of that. Place that off because I don't want to waste your time doing this. I'm going to place this right in the middle here. I think I wonder if I take off a little bit more of that, I would look a little bit nicer. It's a little too much for the card. I'm just going to minimize it just a little bit more. Take a little bit more off. There we go. That should be better. And then what I'll do is I will take some of my leftover Elizabeth Craft Designs tape here that I always tell you in my videos that I don't throw away because they work great. Say it, leftovers. See? Leftovers. That way you're not wasting anything. And then you can tear that off. Not have to worry and save the rest for another project. I'm going to take my tweezers to make it easy. As I say that, it becomes difficult. You know how things are. So, I'm going to put these here. And here. And I'm going to place this right on here. And I know for a fact that that card is not going to be all the way to the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut this off first. Yeah. There we go. And then time to adorn them with flowers. I'm using Lineco PH neutral glue again. Kids Choice glue would work perfectly for this project, but I haven't opened up a new tube yet. So, I'm just going to place that right there. And use my ball stylus to press it down, hold it in place. Let's do a couple more of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm just, all I'm doing is I'm just placing florals very haphazardly, because that's how they are. They don't. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need any particular instruction. You create whatever you want to create. And I'm going to place this right in here. Place this right in here. Like that. And like that. And one more right here. There we go. All right, so now here's the difficult part that I have to decide. Do I want white leaves on here, or do I want green leaves? I think green leaves will pop out a little bit more. So let me grab a, whoops, what happened here? I moved my mouse pad and I accidentally clicked. So I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna Versamark and color in as I normally color in. I like to leave a little bit of white. I don't color all of my leaves in all the way. I just go around the edge, as you can see, and it gives it enough color that it stands up, as you can see, like that. So I'll do a few of these. This is from the same floral set. I will have everything linked below, down below for you. If you are watching this from the UK or from Europe or from around the world, make sure you use the link for the European location. And if you are from the US, make sure you use the link down below for the US. Because shopping from those links actually helps me create more for you. So I greatly appreciate you doing that. It means tremendously. I don't like that one. That one missed die cut. And so it is important that you please support me by using those links and making your purchases. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take my crafting mat back out, place that down here. I'm going to use the largest ball stylus I have, just because I want to show you how easy it is. And if you don't have a ball stylus, I know Els on Elizabeth Craft Designs has talked about using a spoon. I don't have a spoon with me right now, but on the next time I do florals, I will show you I can use a spoon. Using the large one, ball stylus, because it makes it simple. I'll do that. Like that. And I'll flip it over and I'll press it down right there. See? Simple as that. You can, I've done several projects with ribbons for other companies also. So make sure you use ribbon, or make sure you use this to your advantage on what you want to do. You can do other projects and with this, and know that as long as you can die cut it, you can do something with it. I'll place a leaf there. Place some leaves very haphazardly. As you have realized, that's my favorite word, apparently, haphazardly. I just want my florals to have a little bit of an extension. So I'm just going to lift this one up. If you notice how Elizabeth Craft Designs designs her leaves, the leaves here, on here, there's a curve most of the time at the stem. And the curves can touch right at the center of that stamen, or where that flower is, and it just sits very nicely. So I'll place this one down here. And then I think we need one more right in the middle there. Right in the middle there, somewhere. I'm going to stick it right in here. So let's see here. There we go. Get that in there. And since that one I can see that it's standing up because of the angle, I'm going to use my ball stylus, my smallest ball stylus, just to press it down, make sure it sticks. There's that. I have one extra leaf here. I had already pre-created some of the stems for this, so let me grab some decorative stuff here. I have this piece, I have this piece, I have this piece. This is all from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I'm thinking I'm going to use that. So take a pair of scissors. Oh, you know how it goes. A pair of scissors don't always like to show up. I'm just going to use all the gold branches. Cut those off right there. Set that aside. I'm going to add some gold branches in here. Just like that. I'm going to add some, this one there. Maybe add this one over the top. Let me add this one right here. That would be perfect right there. All right. Let me see. What else do I want to put on here? I need to put a sentiment. Which sentiment would be perfect? I know that this is a perfect time of year to use all of the Elizabeth Craft Designs sentiments and from the journal line, the Journal Essential line. And let me grab one. I really like this one. I really do like this one. This is the journal line, the alphabet tabs, 1986. It was just released. I really do like this a lot. So, what kind of card should I should spell out here? I'm gonna do love, 4 letters. So, if I can find the right letters, L. Where's O? I know I have it in here. There it is. It's in alphabetical order, Joseph. If you decide to look for it in alphabetical order, things will make a lot more sense to you. And then I'm going to do a heart. And that's what I'm going to do. I already have some what do you call this paper? Some brown paper here. I'm going to pull out my Sizzix Sidekick because I know that these are perfect for that. If I don't throw my dies around on the floor or into the black hole, the mysterious black hole, we're good. My Sizzix Sidekick does wonders for these small little die jobs, so I don't have to run it all the way through a Sizzix switch. So, do that. Perfect. I'll put that off to the side here. And let's put all these pieces back in the right spot, because then I won't be in trouble for losing any of them. And I'll place this back over here. I keep all, and some of you had already commented on what I keep my dies in. I keep all of my dies in this Avery folder with all the hole punches. The reason why I keep it in this is because I can put it into a binder, and I don't lose it if I put it into a binder. If I put it elsewhere, I tend to lose my dies. So that's how I keep all of my dies. All right. So where am I going to put these? That's the next question. I think I'm just going to use the letters. I'm not going to use the tabs today because I'm going to put them right in the corner here. No. Take this O off, but I want to save that center for when I do use the tab. So I'm going to save that centerpiece for the O. O, V, and E. And so it just accents this card perfectly with that paper, right? Don't you agree? I think so. And then I'll peel the heart from this tab, place it right here. There we go. And now that looks like it's about done. I'll place that off to the side here. Get rid of that. I think that will do it. I might place a stamen in the middle of these florals just to give it a little bit more of a zest, something like that. I don't have any cut yet, so I don't even know what I want to do. Let's turn the camera around to me. And thank you so much for tuning in. The card looks so nice this way. You can see how it looks. It's just very simple, very organized, a very easy made card. I keep on forgetting my left is your right, going back and forth, but look at that. Look how 3D, very flat 3D, but it is a nice floral card that we just created together in a very short time. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you like and subscribe to this video, and join me next time for another fun video. And have a great day.